Oh, hi everyone. I hope you all had Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, all of those good things. I've been so incredibly freaking busy that I haven't had time to say hello to everybody. And I should have said Merry Christmas first because you all mean so much to me that you're helping in ways you don't even know. The Lardo hasn't been able to scam anymore. I mean, with the few of us that are working to thwart her efforts, it's amazing how hundreds can be fooled by her to the point, where they're giving her money. But then it just takes a few of us to get together and start telling the truth and exposing lies, and suddenly she can't scam. She's still getting away with her shoplifting and whatnot, and theft by deception with the endless returns. She's still doing that, but she has not been able to get away with any false GoFundMes. We're beyond that. We know that we'll be able to show her lies so fast she can't do it. She's still getting new fans, and the new fans are the ones who are the most aggressive little ankle-biting trolls. And they really came for me last month. But it's so sad because they can't even spell. They're so badly trying to insult me and act like they are superior in intelligence. And they misspell the most basic of things. So, I just have to sit back and be like, even a lame queen has an army. History has shown us that. So, she has these people, and they just don't know, because like a lot of us, we started out really liking her and being like, oh my god, she's so cool and so fun to watch. Oh my god, she's my new BFF, and we'll watch TV shows together and talk about them the next day. But then you learn that if you say something about even a TV show that she's watching, it can be the wrong thing to say. She cannot hold a conversation. She wants an audience. And she, like we all know, she's a child trapped in a toddler's body. No. A toddler trapped in an adult body. Thanks, COVID brain. Still, my brain is still Swiss cheese. I swear to God, if you were to look at it in an MRI, you'd be like, there's just holes in it. Holes in the brain. So, somehow she has some weird idea for whatever that she has a very small head. That she has a small and pointy head. She doesn't. It's just that she screws up her hair all the time, so it breaks off at the root, and she has the equivalent of a Brillo pad on the top of her head. And that, I guess, makes her think she has a smaller head compared to people with hair. But that's why she likes going to Claire's, where she likes the stuff at Claire's. A lot of us do, for that little girl in our life. But to her, she is the little girl in her life. She's a toddler trapped in an adult body. So she loves the stuff that Claire's has. Right? And wants to wear it, which fucking cares? You can do whatever you want, right? But she has to try and justify that she has this little tiny head. It's like, you have a normal size head, a big head at that. So she's back to the wigs, and I feel like her wigs are a way for her to catfish. If you're a guy and you saw her walk by, if you're a guy who's into big women, and she walked by and you had a mask on so you couldn't smell her, and you were afflicted with glaucoma so you couldn't really see her, and out of this hazy outline, maybe somebody could find her attractive, okay, with the wig, okay? So, if they did, if they found her attractive with the wig, flipped her ass around. Oh, God, then it would smell when it bends over. I don't know if they would keep the mask on when trying to do, I don't know. I'm just saying that if some guy could actually, like, be into her type, big-boned, obnoxious, stealing, lying twats, if you're into that kind of thing, the wig would do it. Like, it would make her look okay. And with the Photoshop and stuff with her wigs on, she can look like somebody that you would think is legit, but not in real life. But then, if someone's boning her because they fell for the catfish wig, and that wig pops off because her small little cone head she thinks she has, and then they realize she got a Brillo pad on top of her head, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Huh? Is that where the D-slapping starts? Because, you know, she loves that. She loves getting smacked in the face with a big chocolate one. We'll just say that, okay? So, yeah, I mean, other than that, other than to pick up men, why would she be putting on the wigs? Like, I have tried on a wig or two in my lifetime, and they're just so itchy and hot. I can't stand it. No, I don't know why somebody would put one on unless you're trying to catfish, but because when she first did the whole wig thing, she was trying to sell them. So she was acting like a wig expert, acting like, oh, okay, yeah, she gets it out, and then she, you know, she styles it, she cuts it and colors it. She'll show you how to do that. Well, the results of her cut and color are on the top of her head. And if you like that style, she will tell you how to make that happen. Okay? Just ask. Just ask. And I think that's what she did to poor Lizzie Ball. Well, no, Lizzie Balls was a lizard, but the doll she had. God, what does she call that doll? Oh, the creepy doll she got, and that she wanted to make look just like her, so she tried to do her hair just like her, and the hair fell off. So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think of the wigs? I mean, it's weird, right? Right? I don't know. So, other than that, her weird wig things, we're back to the preschool-esque planners. Like, okay, if your preschooler, grandchild, child, made you a planner for Christmas, they're in kindergarten, preschool to kindergarten, it would look better than what she's doing, okay? She is making these planners, and she is acting like she is curating the best leathers in the business and returning leathers that are not perfect. You know, she can't have any flaws because she needs to use that surface. And then she wants to tool this and tool that. She thinks she's a regular Patricia Nash. I mean, these things are freaking hideous. And then she wants to act, she's trying to get things for free again. She's trying to get influencer goods. She's done that in the past. She's had products that you know are given to her for her to promote because she has over 10,000 idiots as followers. And so with that, you can qualify, I guess, to get products to promote. So she's trying to get free products in the planner realm because she wants them for herself. She's trying to act like, oh, so you order from this company and then you adapt it. Let me show you how you adapt it to the planner you made. So you take it out and it's already pre-punched with the holes, and you line up the holes to the binder and you put it in. That's what she's calling adapting. So that means that every single person who's ever went to school, who's had to have it both a binder and filler paper with the side holes, is now adapting paper to a binder to then act like you are some crafter that then you can double and triple your profit on Etsy. I mean, I cannot imagine anybody with a real job using that planner. I mean, people would be like, oh, that's cute. Did your grandchild make that? You're like, no, Laura Beth did. Laura Beth on Etsy. She's just like Patricia Nash, but different. Yeah. How much did you spend? It's not worth the shipping. I mean, like, if somebody was trying to be nice and just like get it to just throw away and save others from getting it, I could see it, but crap. No, it's bad. Those are bad and hideous. And they're just contributing to things that are going to go in the landfill. I mean, once upon a time, she let the camera show one of her lists because she loves to talk about how she had her lists. And when she was the woof of Wall Street, she had her planners. Okay. Well, she has to make her lists. And so we got a glimpse of this list, right? Let me take a drink here, a decadent drink of coconut water. Coconut water I'm drinking is from Bai. B-A-I. Have you guys ever heard of that? It's so freaking good. I don't like coconut water that tastes like actual, like, coconut water. But that Bai, B-A-I, is so good. The coconut pineapple infusion is so good. Anywho, her list said paper towels, toilet paper. And that's her list. Because she goes out 3 times a day because Mommy used to take her out and she doesn't know how to cook. Oh, but she can go and get 2 salads and use them both for 2 meals. Bull. If that's all she would eat, she would be losing a lot of weight. So yeah. So these planners, she's trying to be like all QVC about it and be like, you love your scrapbooking, you love your crafting, you love organizing. This is it, all in one. You know, you got that. This is it. You know, you can take it everywhere you go. She's trying to sell these things. Like, sell them. Like, people give her money for them. I mean, no. You can simply just go to the Dollar Tree and get the material she's using and make your own for $3 or less. Because you get 3 whole things and adapt them. Other than that, and her thinking that her son is in an acting class, so of course they're going to make video clips accordingly. But she thinks that those clips are showing that her son is like the biggest star ever, and that he is soon to be discovered from Hollywood, to the effect that she knows what she's going to wear when he gets invited and she gets to walk down the red carpet with him. This is how freaking delusional she is, because she had no interest when he was living with her and needed things like a mom would provide, like hot meals, clothing, love, care, helping to clean up the room. Oh no, she didn't do any of those things. Nothing. She did not give him any love. Carol raised him, and then when she ran away from Carol and Carol ran away from her, Perk was on his own, and he would just stay with friends for weeks on end. Which is one of the reasons why I've been kind of so busy. I got to tell you guys that not only am I a superhero to exposing liars on the intranet, I dabble a little bit, shall we say, in my community. And I just freaking hate child abusers. I just freaking hate hate liars, hate child abusers. And I stumbled upon quite the little mess, shall we say. And 2 15-year-old girls were being trafficked, shall we say, BC, by one family. And the authorities did not help in any way, shape, or form, because these girls are 15, and so CPS has no desire for them, because people don't want to open their homes to teenagers, and that's really tough. I went through that, as a teen, and I think I've shared with you guys that, I was thrown around 15 different foster homes from 12 to 15. So in 3 years, 15 different fosters, but then I was just a wild ass runaway in between those. But, it is what it is. So anyway, since the authorities, and it's well documented, would not act, I was able to get one girl back into her home, and the other one appears to be mine now. So I have a new baby. A new baby. She's 15. Oh, well, now she's 16. She's 16. But she's my new baby. She's been with me now for 3 months. She didn't have to lift a finger in my house. That's kind of my thing, is that, when you come into my house, I want you to let your soul heal. And that means do the basics. You need to rest. You need to eat. You need to relax. And you got to get your grades right up. Okay? So took her from failing everything to straight A's, and she looks beautiful. She was looking really sleep deprived and everything from all the stress and heartache she was going through before. And now her color's beautiful. She's gained a little weight, but don't tell her that, because she's of that age, and if you say that, oh. So she is resting at night, resting. She's being a teenager, and that's all I ask. That's all I ask. My wayward niece, who brought our home crabs as a welcome visit. I didn't know until I vacuumed around her. My vacuum started bleeding. Anyway, I said to her, yeah, you're moving in with me. You got to be a kid, though. You got to get back into school. Can't smoke. And you got to be a kid. That means you do kid things. That means you go to high school, go to the dances that come with high school. You don't have to work, but you have to be a kid. And she said, okay, well, I'll bring my boyfriend as soon as he gets out of jail. I'm like, okay, no, that's not being a 15-year-old kid, okay? And so she was like, but Auntie, if I don't have him, I can't live. I'm like, okay, well, I don't have many rules in my home. I got her hair did, fixed her nails, toenails, got the crabs all killed, got her all shaped up, bought her a bunch of new clothes, sent her back all shiny to her grandma. Her grandma could help, but she wanted to live the life, down in the alleys. And in Seattle, the alleys are not good for young girls. It leads to nothing good. And so, dealing with, now she's 24 and, an addict, and what can you do? And that boyfriend isn't there. But if I could have brought her back and made her my kid full time, she'd probably have a job right now. But the 15-year-olds are really tough. It's when the abusive homes can't deal with them because they cannot control them anymore. They're old enough to speak on their own and old enough to report you to the authorities if you fuck with them. And that's when families start really freaking out and acting up. And that's where I think I keep finding myself rescuing the 15-year-olds. And I am fortunate enough that I don't have to work right now. And so I don't have anything somebody can threaten me with. So I can be as bold as I wish to CPS and the authorities and the parents of the abused kids, and they can't do shit to me. So, I've got now 5 teenagers in my house, so pray for me, okay? It's a lot of laundry is all I'm going to say, because, you know, they have all their different rules, you know. There's so many different things in one day. So it's just so much laundry. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, if I'm not recording, doing laundry. Mainly doing laundry. I do a lot of laundry. I try to cook. And it's funny because the little teenagers will come and they'll be like, they won't want to eat. They're so afraid to eat. When COVID first hit, my children brought me 7 stray friends that had been living in their cars and, you know, bathing in the gym and stuff, and all of that stuff shut down at COVID, so they didn't have anywhere to go. So suddenly, you know, I have the Lost Boys home, and so I just started getting whole chickens and cutting them off in the day, and then just, you know, putting the whole rested chicken, you know, I'd cool it and then just put it in the fridge. And I'm telling you, you wake up and there'd be a friggin' carcass. There'd be bones all over. Because when no one's around, those kids will eat, but in front of everybody, they don't want to be like a burden. They think that they're a burden if they use food, or if they eat food, you know, or they're just afraid, you know, they're afraid it's going to be an uncomfortable setting where you have to sit down and, you know, everybody looks at you. But no, you leave food out for them, it's magic. It'll be gone. So people were looking at me like I was an a-hole hoarder when the pandemic hit, and I'm like, okay, assholes, I have like a ton of boys in my house, okay? I have a lot of people that I'm feeding. I am not hoarding, okay? I'm not breaking any rules, so put your clears somewhere else. You can come over to my house and you can cook if you would like, but otherwise stop glaring at me, a bunch of assholes. But anyway, so yeah, I just feel like I was raised by narcissists. I come from a long line of horse narcissists, I mean. So I broke that cycle in my generation of addiction and narcissistic women. So when I see it in other families, I can see it from a distance, and I can see people like Lori Beth for what she is and call it without question. You know, yes, I went on, and yes, I have a bachelor's degree in psychology and whatever, but that didn't help me to even know, like, and you can go to school forever, and they're not going to explain a person like Lori Beth. They're not going to. You have to have firsthand experience on these narcissistic monsters and how they act up around the holidays to really know. And I didn't understand the term gaslighting. Like, people are like, oh, you're gaslighting. I really didn't understand that. That term comes from, I guess, an old movie, and I think it was called Gaslight? I don't know. But basically, it was this man who would abuse his wife, and anytime she would, like, catch on to what he was doing and call him for it, he would, you know, call her crazy. And she wasn't crazy. So it hit the term gaslighting. And back in the day, you know, these husbands who would do this, they could put you away in the nut bin. They could put you away for talking back, for standing up for yourself, for farting the wrong way. Put you in a mental institution, straight up. And all of these laws had to go into effect so that couldn't happen because of people like those men. And now it lets people like Lori Beth run around free and use the intranet as her secret weapon, because it gets her a new audience, and all a narcissist wants is an audience. I also have a mother-in-law who's a raging narcissist, and she plays dumb. So every time, you know, it's like I'll be able to outline what she's doing, you know. I feel like a freaking, you know, my house will look like NCIS sometimes, you know. I'll have my chart up here, you know, charting out what she's done and what she's doing. I'll tell my husband, I'm like, I bet you she's doing this. No, she would not. Oh, yeah, she would, and she is. No! I have to wait. Maybe it'll be a year. Maybe it'll be a day. Maybe it'll be 5 years. But what I said she's doing will always be proven, right? So then he'll call her on it and be like, oh my God, you did this, which caused this. Oh, I didn't know. Why didn't you tell me that would happen if I did that? Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know. You know, it's never going to come out as I'm sorry, or I shouldn't have done it, or I did it because I did it because leads to more abuse and more backstabbing and more nasty things that narcissists do. And like I say, they act up around the holidays. I think they're just jealous because all of the attention isn't on them. You know, oh, it might be on the Christmas tree in the room, that the Christmas tree is beautiful, and you're not staring at the hideous garden gnome across you, known as your mother-in-law, and you're not giving her all of the attention because you dared to look at the friggin' Christmas tree, or a present, or a child enjoying the friggin' day. But, you know, a day in my friggin' life. How about yours? How has the narcissist in your life been behaving through the holidays? Huh? You got gaslighted? You're gaslighting them? You know, yeah, you just have to never, ever let your guard down with a narcissist, because as long as you want to be there as peace, because if you don't confront them on what they're doing, they'll continue to just do everything behind your back. The second that you call them out for it, then they want everybody to think you're crazy, and they're just this innocent, sweet garden gnome. I mean, liars, narcissists, child abusers, they're on my naughty list, I tell ya. So, other than that, I haven't been doing much of anything. The one girl who's back in her home is really thriving. I hope that she gets some counseling because of what she's been through, but to see, you know, her family sent me a Christmas greeting with her, and she looks really good. She's gained some weight back from when she was trafficked, and she's sitting there with her sisters being a child, as she should, as she absolutely has every right to be a child enjoying Christmas, and that made me feel really good. So please do not be bothered by the trolls that attack me in the comments. I can delete the comments anytime I want, but sometimes I keep them up so that you guys can see who's doing what, and then all you have to do is click on their profile and you'll be like, oh, yeah, that'd be somebody who would like Lori Beth as their queen. Yeah. Oh, God. It's just, you know, the old consider the source. So easy right now. But the good compliments that come to me, YouTube will flag them down, because what Lori Beth has her lowly servants doing is reporting every single thing that I post or say or anything that is posted in favor of me. And so YouTube will just kind of inadvertently take it off or actually take it off. So I just never know. I can see it like when I look at my notifications, but then it just won't be there. So I'm doing the like and the so just way too much. My goodness. Swiss cheese, COVID brain, like and so. I hope you all have a very happy new year, and I would love to answer any questions you have. I'm just a wealth of information. Just try me. So let me know what you think about the wigs. Let me know what you think about narcissists in the holidays. And have a terrific week and a happy new year. Thanks again for supporting me. My channel needs all the love it can get. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.